Hi YouTube, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. I know I had a bit of a rant yesterday and to the people that have been betrayed and lied on and all the rest of the stuff that creatures out in this world, like they think they have control over you even by ignoring you. For people that really get where I'm coming from, and even those of you, like if I've been on a live stream with you or something, when I'm angry like that, I'm not talking to anybody that would honor me with your presence on my channel. So I'm yelling at the established dark force that people will wield against the good ones out there, because they feel like any kind of, like, if they can make you feel like you're dirty in some way, like they don't talk to you because there's something wrong with you, because they actually are dirty and they're trying to cover up how they feel. If they can make you feel beneath them in any way, like we buried you, so you're dirty, that type of thing. So, no, I'm not talking to the people that have worked hard behind the scenes like I have and have been unrecognized and had your knowledge plagiarized and that type of thing. So I'm not yelling for no reason, and just even like, oh, um just what I told you yesterday just scratches the surface of the hard work that I've done behind the scenes for decades that people have no clue. And I'll still keep going. I'm doing it for the people that deserve to have a better life than what they're living right now. Um, and I know there's a lot of people, like when I'm talking about emotional issues or whatever, that they've been through similar things and you can totally relate. So, yeah, that I'm so every so often, because of all that hard work that goes unrecognized, well, I go creditless, you know, somebody else takes my credit and money if that's their thing, you know. I don't need a whole lot of money to survive. I've even been happy, like in a tent. I mean, I didn't like it, but I was happy enough. I knew I was going to be okay, you know, and I was. Things worked out. They always do somehow. So you might hear a little bit of noise. Doug's on his way to town, and his cat has it's we call it a flying squirrel, or it's a long stuffed animal thing that he carries around and yells when Doug's gone sometimes. And Doug's not even out of the yard yet. He's out by one of his vehicles doing something, and Bob is already screaming. Oh, it's okay, Bobby. Don't know if you can hear him or not, but yeah, he's on his way in. He's got to pick some of his stuff up at the pharmacy, so he forgot the other day when he's in town. We try to, limit our trips because we live 10 miles out. So, yeah, try to get things while on our list while we're in there, so, save on gas money and stuff. So, but he's gonna pick up a Sony camera for me. I think a Sony, that was my first choice. And then I looked at a Ricoh and an Olympic. So all under 200 bucks. So I should be, the Olympic would be kind of cool because it's got like a case that's somewhat shatterproof and waterproof. So for people that like to be outside and that type of thing, um, and have their camera with them, and they're all compact. I mean, not too compact though. And with the Sony has a flip screen for like selfies. Well, I don't know that that's too big of a deal, but I don't know. It'll be nice for updating my picture on here, for Google. But yeah, I'm in a little better spirits, but it just gets disheartening because I share stuff like a big one, um parasites having their own parasites, and the crickets and mealyworms that they put in food, that those parasites in there, in those bugs. I have a video called Bugs Have Their Own Bugs, you know. Okay, and that's pretty important. And they're putting it in food. It's really important, people. And how Lufthansa, which means red sky, is an airline in Germany that has contracted our airlines and other airlines around the world to dump their pollution on us. And it all started with Lufthansa out of Germany and an airline in California. And I've got that documented. And then you could go into the Syntex Corporation that I've read articles about, showing people that there's human substances in our food made by this company, which encompasses like Kraft, Nabisco, PepsiCo, Lay's potato chips, Doritos, yuck, you know. So I mean, some really important things that I could go on and on through the um, almost over 3 decades that I've been online here. I've put out some phenomenal information on just about every aspect of our society as human beings, anything that affects us, our minds, our hearts, our bodies, everything. That's where I'm that type of healer. I'm not just looking at one area of who people are, you know. I'm feel compelled to drive it home that we're those three separate parts. We're that trinity, you know. Um anyway, so like we have a part of ourselves that we control ourselves. We have a physical being that can be controlled by the satanic force, and then there's the spiritual um force of either goodness or really bad. Depending on what you deserve, I do believe, you know. And that's kind of what was on my mind today, how people that lie actually, or when you cover up things or try to hide truth, that type of thing, there's it's a instantaneous curse that people put on themselves when they act shady, you know, and it's recorded in the ether. I mean, people actually think they can just lie about something. You can see, you've seen it happen, I'm sure, how a liar will say or do something and then they end up excuse me, my hair is just, I was trying to get it smoothed out, but it just doesn't want to get with the program today. So excuse me. See this lumpy stuff? It won't uncurl. It just won't. I can, it's, it, it's rain. It was raining out a little bit here today. and I have sort of like wavy curly hair, so some of it. So when it gets like humidity in the air, my hair wants to do its own thing. It's your thing. Do what you wanna do. I can't tell you who to sock it to. That's oh geez, like 1971. I'll have to look that up and see what that was. Long time ago. Oh. So I just wanted to make it really clear that even though I might have a bad day because my information doesn't get shared, and yeah, there's a lot of other people sharing the same thing, but not before I did, you know? So it is what it is. No, it's fucked up, and I'm gonna rectify that. No, people aren't gonna get away with just hearing where they got it from and pretending they didn't. No, doesn't work like that. And you're gonna find out that it isn't free, you know? If you're not having nightmares, if they aren't having nightmares already from the shame that they carry, if they don't have to, I mean, I know I feel secure not having to look behind my back. I mean, yeah, there's people back there with knives, don't get me wrong. I'm covered like that. I already know they're there and I'm prepared if they go to strike. So it's not like, but I mean, I don't have to look over my shoulder and worry about something that I've said or done wrong to other people. And how many people can actually say that? Maybe quite a few, I hope, you know, because I don't take glee in anybody's downfall, you know, and I don't take glee. I mean, to me, yeah, it's heartbreaking. Now, people will leave me out of things on purpose, exclude me, because that's the only power they can have over me. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. I would never do that to people. I never do. But many, many people do, you know. I'll probably, if 007 is still open for a chat with me, I'll probably be interested in doing that this coming week, like Monday or so, maybe, depending on how he feels and what he's going through too. I'll have to check in. I've been, oh, like, what was it? Day before yesterday. I had spent, or maybe it was yesterday, I'd spent like the whole morning, no, it was the day before, looking for software, trying to make stupid old camera work, but I should give it to Doug. It'll probably work for him. He has luck with, like Kodak cameras and different ones. I've just had enough of them, you know. So he uses them for taking pictures of cars and car parts and that type of thing for on Marketplace. So he doesn't really need anything like for this. I mean, yeah, he makes money off that sometimes, or just trades or whatever. There's even like people that he's bartered with, that he's like one guy had a Cuda, a car called a Cuda, and Doug restored his Cuda for him, and that guy just happened to have steel siding or for steel buildings and built my horse a most extravagant lean-to. I mean, the ceiling, the beam in this 20-inch beam in there, um, braced up in case and I wanted it that way. I needed something high enough just in case something happened to her leg and I had to put her in a sling, and I would be able to do that in her house, it's like, so, and it was like, oh, $4,000 or $5,000, something like that. But and less the work, the expense of the work. That was just, or the materials anyway. So Doug did his car and he did our lean-to. So in the barter system, like that. So yeah, that one wasn't off marketplace. So that was a personal person that we knew, a contractor around here. So, or no, he's not dead. Yeah, we know him. It's one of them people. I don't know why. There was something uncomfortable, though, about him when he was working around here. You ever get that feeling about people? Like you just don't feel comfortable around them? Or how about them people that you meet right away and you feel at home, with their psyche, with their soul, you feel safe. Yeah. It's not a lot of them, but every once in a while, you know. I made a wonderful chicken pasta salad last night with celery and green onion, and cooked my chicken first, then made my pasta and took some mayo and milk and little horseradish mustard, little lemon pepper, some more pepper, and what else? Oh, there was a little sweet pickle relish in there because I had made a tartar sauce with lemon pepper. That's how all that got in there. But there wasn't a lot. I only had about a half a cup of it and decided to throw it in there because it's basically like the same type of ingredients with the sauce for my pasta salad. So, and then we can put it on lettuce, or Doug had some for breakfast, so I'm gonna have more tonight. I love it. It's like my favorite salad. I like any kind of salad. I don't like any kind of pasta, but I did use elbow macaronis, but I do prefer the big shells in a chicken salad. It's really good. But the elbows are okay in a pinch, you know. Oops, kitty here. So yeah, I know I've seen people that do um, wrong by other people and lie about people. And even like governments or churches or people that are not walking in grace at all. And it seems like they're getting away with it, but I don't believe they really are. I don't know that they can actually lay their head down at night and get a full rested, feeling good about themselves type of feeling like the rest of us that don't act like that can. So I'm convinced they curse themselves with their misdeeds. And like I say, I don't take glee in that, but you know, it's not that I'm opposed to it. you know, when they're dirty to other people, they deserve it. It's just like Idaho in the United States now is the first state to legalize pedophiles going before a firing squad. If you penetrate a child, off with your head. That's what I've been saying for my entire life. And I still feel, I don't care if I'm related to somebody. I don't care who they are. If you've boffed a child or even messed with a child, you don't deserve life. I'd rather see them working for the state. I don't believe in taking a life, but I do like the idea of the threat because of the children. I do like the idea that there are severe consequences. So I have mixed feelings on it, but if I were on a jury for that type of case, I would have to side with the state on behalf of the child. And these people out there that are attracted to children for whatever sick in reason, um, yeah, it is what they deserve because they do destroy that child. They actually take away any choice of how that child wants to develop in their own sexuality. They do not have a choice after they've been violated, you know. Or how about the heartbreak of men or women that have been, like, say, if a guy's wife is raped, you know, that might be something neither one of them will ever recover from, you know? So, yeah, it's a lot of perverted, oh, misplaced sexuality, you know? I'll have a hit with you if you have one. Smoke it with me. If you don't, no biggie. I don't care. I mean, I care. I care about people. But some days I'll say I don't care. And maybe in that moment I really do feel like that. Or if I tell somebody I hate them, at that moment I probably do, you know. And it takes a lot for me to get to that point. So if I say it, they deserve it. Maybe just with the pedophiles, maybe just the threat of them no longer having a life. Maybe that will be enough to stop them from hurting little people, you know, because there's nothing loving about an adult and a child. If anybody thinks different, I would physically want to combat you on that. I mean, I'm not going to be able to prove to some demented or fucktress that their actions towards a child were wrong. But just like that firing squad, I can make you wish you never went there with your brain, because it isn't your heart that would be acting towards a child like that. Just put yourself in my shoes for a minute here. Combating the dark cabal ever since, okay, being raised, adopted by Masons, and they tried their witchcraft and their hocus pocus bullshit trying to brainwash me. And you wouldn't believe the tests and the different things. I've had electrodes stuck to my fucking brain as they um, tried to calculate the activity in there to be able to try and map what I'm thinking. I mean, and try and twist my true nature. So I've been combating this all my life, and they've tried to take my life. I was just thinking this morning, how could my adopted brother, of course it is for money, but there's a time we were even taken to these cliffs to jump off of into an ice cold lake. They tried to kill us for insurance. I'm almost positive. And I think I was about maybe 10 or 12, somewhere in there. And he jumped further out. He's a couple years older than me. So he has to remember it clearly. He was sinking, and I'm like, "What's the matter with you, Wal?" Or I said, "Your lips are purple. What's the matter with you?" It's the only thing I could think to say. I had to spur him and piss him off to get him to swim, you know, back into the shore because he was out there a ways. And I'm talking that this lake, Lake Superior, is always a mean 34 degrees all the time, even in the summer, you know. I think it is 34, maybe a little warmer in the summer. But yeah, it's not a joke. It's an inland ocean, it's not a joke. I mean, yeah, we were trained swimmers when we were babies, but I guess they trained us too good because the looks on their faces when we got back to the car all the way back to the city, boy, that was a quiet ride. But I mean, the many times they tried to take my life, and even with that, and I'm thinking this morning, he's got to remember what happened to him. How can he sit there and just still to this day talk to our adopted mother and be in her same vicinity without those memories? I mean, attempted murder isn't like a spanking, you know, but he's there for the money, yeah, and the help and the name in the community. Pay your dues to that lodge. And then you're covered from all the sins of the world until the force gets a hold of them. I'm just waiting for that. I'm talking, these are people that have fucking injured me in the worst ways. In fact, there's some things that are so heinous, I haven't really even been able to talk about them. You know, I talk about some surface stuff, but, like getting punched in my stomach so hard, I almost flipped and died right there from a older brother that was um, really strong, and always taller than me. You know, my dad just about wanted to kill him, but my mom didn't say a fucking word. That was her little boy that she was grooming to act more feminine than masculine, and she loves him like that. Oh, yeah, some twisted shit, but so I just wanted to talk about the liars out there and appeal to people's better senses of trying to keep, well, let's put it this way. I can't beg anybody for honor, but if you enjoy trying to bury me and feel like I'm beneath you because you just don't even acknowledge me, that's okay. And it isn't because of my age, you know, because in all reality, I could stick some fucking shit on and look a lot younger than I do just because I'm in good shape and spunky like that. But no, I'm not ever going to be doing that. But the fact, what I'm saying, has been a lifelong thing with people. And it is my aura. And they always think that they can feel above me by ignoring me. It happened thousands of times. Thousands. Yeah. Not always by men, but with men, sometimes my strength, and I've been forced to be the warrior I am by men, mostly. Women don't really oppose me in that way, but they come like sideways and underhanded because they don't have that strength. But they weren't battling what I battled, and I battled for them, and they don't fucking care. Imagine that. So that's nah, I ain't gonna cry. That's why I was screaming yesterday about it, because I've done a lot of hard work that has gone unnoticed and plagiarized. Yeah, I'm angry. Not as angry as I was yesterday, but yeah. Let's see, would I rather cry or punch somebody? Maybe I'll punch somebody and then cry. I used to cry and then punch somebody when I was a little kid. But now I think I'll punch them first and then cry later about it because I was put in that position. Is that what they call punch drunk? Well, I just wanted to give you a little more understanding from where I was coming from, because I mean, I could go on and on about different studies that I've gone in deep, physics, all kinds of sciences, different things to help people, and you wouldn't believe it. You would not believe it. You know, people think, oh, well, she's just really not doing any. No, I got the proof of all that I have done. It's like somebody that I was following on here on YouTube, then I seen them over on Facebook, won't acknowledge me, but yet friended me, and I'm like, okay, this is really weird. And he'll talk to other people, like, and he knows I see the posts. I put out phenomenal stuff. One time I think he liked something, it was almost undeniable. You couldn't really deny the truth of the whole thing. But it is that silence, um, from being spurned. Um, could I say it any differently? You know, some people aren't just satisfied. It's not sexual thing. Some people just aren't satisfied with being friends, but they have to have that ethereal control that makes them feel better about being spurned in whatever way that would happen with people, if you get my drift. And it, like I say, it's not necessarily a sexual thing or even a gender thing, but it's the dark force using them against me. And it really is unnatural. Put yourself in my shoes and think about it. And like I said, it's not because I'm 67. It happened when I was 7. So No, this is my battle, and I don't deserve the dirt that's being thrown on me. Who's gonna stick up for that? Because I stuck up for you. Where are my people now? Yeah, I'll see, won't I? All right, if you are my people, I love you with all my heart. I mean, I do meet good people that I just click with right away. So if you're one of them, have a really good day. If you're not, yeah, well, you know what I think about you. So peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.